All right, number 2, we want to use long division to divide. If you look at this problem carefully, notice that the polynomial is out of order. So we want to write it in order before we get started. Also, we are missing terms. So we're going to need placeholders to make sure everything, well, we can put them to make sure everything stays lined up, but if not, I think it'll still work out. But it helps me to put the placeholders. So the largest power is 6x to the 4th. So I'm going to put that out front, 6x to the 4th. Now, counting down numerically in order, we have a 4th degree. We need a 3rd degree. Do not have an x to the 3rd power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put plus 0 times x to the 3rd. This 0 is just a placeholder so that everything lines up. Then we need a 2. So we do have a 2 minus 20 x squared. And then we need 1. We don't have an x to the 1st power, so I'm going to say plus 0x. So this is 4, 3, 2, 1. Just a placeholder, 0 again. And then my constant term, 0, minus 16. So advised to set this up like so. Put placeholders so everything stays in order. However, if not, you just kind of got to keep up with it. So we're going to do the same thing. Just focus on the first term. I want to multiply this term by something so that it equals here. 2 times what gives me 6? 2 times 3. And then we have 1x. We need 4, so I need 3 more. So I'm going to say x to the 3rd. So that will give me the right term. Now I'm going to multiply this term times both. So 3x cubed times 2x will give me 6x to the 4th. And then 3x cubed times a negative 4 will give me a negative 12x cubed. And it lines up with that cube term. Then we change the sign to subtract. So I subtract this one. Subtracting this one makes it go from negative to positive. And then first term will always 0 out. Here will just give us a 12x cubed, and then we bring down the next term, minus 20x squared. And then we repeat. So 2 times what gives me 12? It's going to be a positive 6. And then we have 1x. We need 3 of them, so I need 2 more. So I'm going to say x squared. And then we do 6x squared times 2x, which will give us 12x cubed. 6x squared times a negative 4 will give me a negative 24x squared. Change the signs. So we're going to subtract. This will become positive. That always will 0 out. And then this will give us a positive 4x squared. Bring the next term down, which is just 0x. And then repeat. 2 times 2 will give me 4. And then we have 1x, we need 2x, so I just need 1 more to make that work. Alright, so 2x times 2x, 4x squared, 2x times a negative 4, negative 8x. Change the signs. And then we're going to combine these like terms. There's a positive 8x, and then bring down the negative 16. 2x times just 4 will give me 8x. So 4 times 2x, 8x. 4 times a negative 4, negative 16. All right, change the sign, become negative, positive, and then opposite, so they 0 out, and then negative and positive, they're opposite, they 0 out. So you get a remainder 0. So this term goes equally into this polynomial. So we get 3x to the 3rd plus 6x squared plus 2x plus 4.